Hi everyone and happy Valentine's Day. We have Hannah back with us today and we're going to be doing a love heart themed photo shoot for you. So I've got a 3 light setup. One is a little bit DIY-y, but I'm going to go through each light step by step and this is the final result you will be achieving. So our main light is going to be our trusty 90cm Octobox. Now I have got a grid on this just because I want to focus the light on Hannah and the balloons. Now with the balloons, they are going to reflect back, and sadly I haven't got a polarizer to hand, so I've got a little bit of Photoshop work to do later. But if you do have a polarizer, stick it in front of your camera so it gets rid of all these reflections with this shiny balloons. So I'm just going to do a couple of shots now to show you what the Octobox is doing, and we're just going to be shooting full length just for the moment, and I will just now crop in a little bit tighter just to do some half-length landscape shots. So we've got a few shadows in our image now, and we're just going to use some backlights to remove them. So the first one is, I'm getting very popular with using this as a back wall as a fill light. So we're just going to pop this back on. And this is just going to be removing the shadow behind Hannah. So we do get a not as harsh shadow of her from this Octobox. I'm just going to do a couple more photos just to show you. There we go. Right, so that's just removed that nice. So when I say remove, I just mean soften. But if I do want to remove it, I can just turn it up. If you do want less of a shadow, I'm just going to turn it up by 1 stop, and I'll just show you the difference now. So can you perceive the shadow gets much softer? So it depends how much contrast you want in these photos. Now we've got one final light, we've got a strip light with another grid just at the side here, and I'll just quickly turn those on. So that's now turned on. We've got a grid in front of this as well, just so we just want it just to illuminate these balloons here and just lift a bit of Hannah's hair as well. So it's going to be a bit of a harder contrast kick light, and we're just going to take a few more shots with that on. There we go, and you're just going to actually see a lovely image there for you. Now I got a few preferences with this. I don't really like full-length shots, so I'd actually prefer to do photos 3/4 length. And what we're going to do is get Hannah putting some behind, some in front, maybe coming through them a little bit. And I'm just going to shoot 3/4 length up, maybe half length, depending on the positioning of the balloons. So we're just going to do just a few like that. These are great, and I really love how Hannah's given a really fun look. I'm just going to use one light now because I prefer the shadows. I prefer the darker reds, and then this is also illuminating the balloons, which gives a nicer contrast. So you don't always need multiple lights for doing a Valentine's Day shoot. If you're doing this in a home studio or you've got limited equipment, I've managed to achieve this with just one light. So we're just going to capture a couple more, and with this grid, can you see it's just centered around Hannah, and then everything else with the red backdrop is just fading off to like a graduated black. So I think it looks a lot more moody as well. So if we just do a couple more just to finish off this set. The balloons are actually shining, and as you've got the ridges going across here, it just gives a little bit of sparkle. So against those, the darker red, because we haven't got as much light falling on the backdrop, you are going to get a really nice contrast there. Hannah's just done an amazing pose with a rose behind her, and we're just going to make this more split lighting, looking to give a lot more shadow with the rose. So if Hannah wants to, we've got a rose just there. So if you do ever want to do any close-up shots, this is perfect, because I think when you're going to do shots like this, the more shadow the better. So we're just going to shoot at an angle, and we're just going to capture the texture of the dress, the rose as well. And it's an amazing job. Could I get a little bit higher if that's all right? Yeah, perfect. There we go. And you just get some lovely contrast with the dress and the rose there. Right then guys, so we've got Hannah lying on the floor. Now we've managed to get 2 layers of fabric, one sheer and one silk, and they're both red to match the dress. We managed to get some petals as well. Now all of this you can easily get from any fabric shop. We managed to get the petals from Hobbycraft, and to do this shot we got 2 softboxes opposite ends of each other, and with the ripples that Hannah's now created by doing the test shots posing, we're going to get some lovely like sort of bed sheet feel to these images. Now, if you are going to do overhead shots, I know I'm going to contradict myself, but make sure you've got a camera strap on, or else that camera is going to fall onto mine. So I promise I won't let go, okay? And we're just going to take a couple of shots, and these are just going to be overhead. This is slightly brighter than the back one because we want this one just a little bit of a feel light. But what I will do, I'll quickly turn it off just so you can see the difference. So this is with it off. There we go. Let's grab a couple more. And make sure as well, when you do overhanging shots, you don't get your feet in them, because that is a common mistake everybody makes. Now that looks really nice, already really nice fall of light, but I do prefer having two lights and that shadow is a little bit softer. I'll just do a couple more because that was really good. And I'm just going to turn it back on, and now you can see the difference. Now, a little fact for you all, because Hannah kindly pointed this out to me. If you are going to buy your wife or girlfriend anyone roses, 5 roses means I love you. So just remember that as a little tip if you are buying roses, right? So I hope you have enjoyed that video. Thank you so much for watching. Please consider liking and subscribing, and I'll see you all in the next video.